Hello. So this baby, I shared her photo session in a previous vlog. In this video, I wanted to share simple tips in skin editing. If I zoomed into the baby's skin, you can see that she has some baby acne and some blemishes in her face. And I wanted to share three important tools that are in Photoshop. Of course, I'm using Adobe Photoshop to clean the baby's skin. If you zoomed out, I will put here fit screen, you will not see anything obvious in the baby's skin. But being a professional newborn photographer means that you will do precise skin editing. So most of the photos will be printed in albums or will be wall art. So you have to take care of these small details because they will be obvious in larger size prints. So to start editing the baby's skin, I will start by duplicating the background layer, which is the basic layer. I don't want to work the skin editing on the same layer because I want to have a backup. In case I messed up, I can delete the new layer and I have the original one. And I also have my history box on my left hand side, so I can go back if I had done any mistakes. So I will grab my background layer and go down to this plus sign to duplicate my layer. And now I have exact copy of the background layer, and I will work my skin editing in this background layer. So the three most important tools are located here in this bandage emoji. So right click, you will see the different ones. You have here spot healing brush tool, and we have remove tool, and we have healing brush tool, and we have patch tool, and content aware move tool, and red eye tool, all under this bandage. In newborn skin editing, we usually use the spot healing brush tool, and sometimes we will use the healing brush tool, and sometimes we will use patch tool. And in some situations, we can use this one, the clone stamp tool. So in what condition I will use each one. So this is number one, the spot healing brush tool, and this is number three, the healing brush tool, and this is number four, the patch tool. I will not use the remove tool for skin, and I will not use any of these. So this one, and this one, and this one. So let's start with the spot healing brush tool. The spot healing brush tool, which is the first one, this one has intelligence from the Photoshop itself. It's not AI, it's Photoshop intelligent. So I want the size of the spot healing brush tool to be the same size as the dirt that I want to clean. So this is a very big brush. What I can do, I can go up here and down size the brush. And of course, you want to make sure that it's not hard from the edges. You want to make sure it's so soft, 0% hardness of the edges. So you have better blending. So this size is going to be good. Another way to control the size is from the brackets from your keyboard. If I write down here keyboard, let me show you keyboard. Okay, so on my keyboard, these brackets, this one will enlarge the brush size, and this one will decrease the brush size. So if I press the first one, enlarge, and the other one will decrease the brush size, and it's more precise. So because you will be above the dirt immediately. So the first one, spot healing brush tool, it has an intelligence from the Adobe Photoshop itself. So I will just make like this, and from the Adobe intelligence, it will copy from a good area and clean the dirty area. So I can go on every single blemish I have here and remove them. Okay, and for the other tool, which is the healing brush tool, You can use this one in more difficult skin, baby. For this one, you will define where is the good area that you want Photoshop to source from. So this is the pimple that I want to clean, and this is the good area I want Photoshop to source from. So I will press Alt on my keyboard, or if you are on Mac, you will press Options, and I will click with my mouse to define the good area, which is the source area, and I will go now to my blemish and copy from the good area like this. And for this one, you can't copy from far away area like my source. If my source good area was here, I don't recommend that you go to an area here. I recommend that you choose from a closer area, like if the pimple is here, choose a good area that's close to it, because here we have shadows, here we have lights. So source from close area to have better results. The third tool, which is the patch tool. And before I show you the patch tool, I wanted to share my full mini course for newborn photography, which is 3-day newborn photographer. In 3-day newborn photographer, it's 3-day curriculum. It's a mini course that will help you to learn newborn photography fast in 3 days. What I found that most newborn photography courses online are like puzzle. They give you only one piece of the puzzle. So maybe only wrapping, or only posing, or only editing. In 3 days newborn photographer, I try to solve this issue. So I break down the curriculum into 3 days. In these 3 days, what are you are gonna learn? You are gonna learn the basics of newborn photography. So studio preparation, what are the gears that you want, newborn safety, the studio environment, how to help the baby to sleep, composition rules in newborn photography. Some few things in composition, nobody tells you about them. These rules enhance your final photo. And studio sanitization. And in the second day, you will learn how to come out with a mini gallery of 10 photos doing only these 3 setups: side pose, how to do it, where should be the light position, and how to pose the baby. So this course I had designed to help newborn photographers to learn all the aspects of newborn photography. So here I'm showing the right and wrong, and I'm showing the lighting and the angles of the shooting. You can learn a lot from this course, and also Photoshop each pose and how we are gonna edit it, and intensive editing. This tutorial is 1 hour of editing, how to edit the baby's skin precisely. Everything you can see in these videos that will help you to master mini session in newborn photography just in 3 days. And it's now on discount, so click the link below to join the course. So going back to my skin editing, the third tool, which is the patch tool. The patch tool is easy to use. I'm using my mouse, by the way. You can use a Wacom tablet, which is the editing tablet, if you want. My laptop also, I can edit immediately with the pen of the laptop immediately on the screen. But I know most photographers edit with mouse. That's why when I explain with mouse in my teaching, because that's what you have. So you will draw a circle around the affected area, and you will click and drag to a good area. And by that, you can clean like big areas of pimples or patches, not working one by one. This will help you to work in larger areas. For some difficulties like irregularity in discoloration of the skin, I will prefer to do frequency separation for the skin of the baby. And frequency separation in newborn is a little bit different than in beauty makeup. Frequency separation, and you can see that how I do it in the course 3 days in newborn photographer. We have a little bit of dirt here in the baby lashes. I will use my spot healing brush tool, which is by the automatic Photoshop. I will not define the source area, so I can go like this and try to clean it with multiple clicks on my mouse in small areas. And also there is a line, a small line from milk here. I can also clean it with the spot healing brush tool. But for most discolorations like redness, I will prefer frequency separation to clean them. So let's fit screen. Let's show before and after. So this is before and this is after. There's a little bit of here. We can clean it. So after you finish cleaning the skin from all the blemishes here, from all the acne, you can now start the skin softening. And I have 2 ways for softening the skin. One is the speed skin softening, and the other way is the frequency separation skin softening. And both of them are covered in 3 days newborn photographer. You may click the link and take a look at the course and join.